What's up YouTube, how you doing? This is Mr. Tybox123 and in this video we're going to be doing an unboxing of two products. First of all, we have got the IcyDock 2.5 inch to 3.5 inch SSD converter, and then secondly we have got the crucial M4 512GB SSD. So basically the reason that I'm going ahead and getting this upgrade is because my Mac Pro currently runs on 4 1TB hard drives. They're in a RAID 0, so they're striped, so you do get reasonable performance, but it's software RAID, so that obviously takes up a fair few CPU cycles. So now that the SSDs have come down so much in price, I've decided to put a 512GB SSD as my main operating system and boot drive into the Mac Pro. Now in order to do that, because of the way that the hard drives go into the Mac Pro with a specific cage, I needed this IcyDock converter, so I can simply place the SSD into this little converter and then slot that straight into the tray, which will go straight into the Mac Pro. So first of all, I'll let you know how much they cost. This IcyDock converter was on Amazon for about £12, so that's about $15–16 in the US. And then the crucial M4 SSD, which I've actually got a 256GB version of in the MacBook Pro. This came out at just under £300, so nearly 2GB per pound, which is absolutely fantastic. And I believe you can get this in the US for about $380, somewhere around that point, correct me if I'm wrong. But this should give me an extremely nice speed boost on the I/O of my Mac Pro. The hard drives just kind of sit there crackling away sometimes, and it's getting a bit irritating with the amount of video encoding that I'm doing. So hopefully this should make the OS run a whole lot smoother. Obviously the Mountain Lion GM release came out just the other day as well, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to just put that on a brand new drive and start afresh. So first of all, let's have a look at this IcyDock converter. So I'll just show you the picture on the front there. You can see what the casing looks like. And this will literally convert your 2.5 inch drive, whether it be a SATA or an SSD, into a 3.5 inch drive with the same connections. So let's take a look at this. Only obviously a very simple little piece of equipment, but like I say, for the Mac Pro it is kind of pretty much required. So it actually comes like that, all closed up, and you can see the SATA and the power connectors there on the back of the device, just at the top there. So I'm guessing what we do is just slide this open. Let's see if we can put our thumbs in there and push it open. There we go. So that opens up, just comes off the plate there like that. Got some silica gel and a couple of screws in there, and then that is the actual tray itself. I'll just give you a close-up of that. And then what we can do is simply slide the SSD in there and then put the lid back on, and then I can actually push that into one of the Mac Pro trays, and that's going to work exactly the same as if it was a 3.5 inch drive. Now for the M4 SSD. Now if you actually search my channel, or in fact I'll leave a link down below, I actually put a 256GB one of these into my MacBook Pro some time ago, probably about 8 or 9 months ago now, and that performed absolutely fantastically. I got about 450 on the read and about 300 on the write, so it performed perfectly well. I know there are faster ones out there, but because I've had such a good experience with this particular brand and this particular model, I decided to go with it again, just so I can kind of be sure that I know exactly what I'm buying. So let's open this up. Like I say, 512GB, so that should be more than enough for my operating system and all my applications, and a little bit more as well. I'll just show you the packaging that we've got. So there's the front of it there. Round on the back tells us some of the details. Anything interesting? No, this is actually 6GB per second SATA, but the Mac Pro is only 3GB per second, so it's not going to run as fast as it would normally. But hopefully when the new Mac Pros come out, this will still be a valid product that I can put in there, and then I'll get the full benefit of the 6GB per second bus. So let's just slide that out. Obviously comes in some anti-static wrapping, and let's just have a quick look at the disc itself. There we go. So that is the 512GB SSD. You can see the SATA connectors there, and that is literally all there is on it. There's nothing else on it at all, just that. Doesn't weigh anything for those of you that have not had an SSD before. But like I say, in my next video, now that we've unboxed this, I'm going to be doing a video on how I go about upgrading the Mac Pro, and we'll get this in, we'll get the operating system installed, and then we'll see the performance that we get out of the Mac Pro once we've got this SSD installed. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do hit that like button, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya.